Hello, this is Victoria coming to you from ShopEco, and today I have a beautiful bare face to show you an example of how I do my makeup. Today I'm going to focus more so on my eye area as masks are still in place, so I figured that would be the main focus, but I will also show you kind of everything else I do. This is going to be for me more of like a classic Victoria look that would be a little bit more amped up than normal. And I also want to mention I will be giving you an insider scoop on how to save some money at the end of the video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So, just so you know, I've already done my skincare. I'm all primed, ready to go, and also I have used the Redness Rescue Cream from Fitglow Beauty, which is a green cream. I'm very fair and therefore very pink. All that shows through, so to color correct a little bit all over the face, I use my Redness Rescue Cream. And I'm also very touch sensitive, so even just like a little scrape or something will make it very red for a lengthy period of time. So that's very fun for me. And I do have another color corrector in here that actually I feel like I normally start with it. Now that I'm like trying to put under a microscope of what I normally do, it's hard to kind of remember exactly how I do it. But this is from Fitglow Beauty. Sorry. There we go, their yellow color corrector called the Eye Bright. And I like to use this one because, again, I'm very pink. It's going to color correct all of the pinks and reds under my skin. If you happen to be more olive undertoned or happen to have more of the kind of what would be like bruising color, blues and purples under the eye area, they have a peach color corrector that may be more ideal for you. But of course, we're always happy to have you come in and we'll try it. So this guy here, I like to just do a little dot here and a dot here. If it's all over the face too, sometimes I'll go because I can hold a lot of discoloration around the nose area. Ideally, where's my brush here? The brush from Fitglow, which is their concealer brush, is what you're going to want to use in the under eye area. But to be frank, this is probably one of the things I don't recommend for a lot of people, but for myself, because I'm so dry, I actually use my finger to just use the warmth to get it to all smoosh right into place. So I'm kind of just patting it in and getting it to go into the skin nicely. I'll get around here too. So color correctors always go before your foundation. You want to kind of use that as your base. You would do your foundation and then your concealer on top if you're doing all of the kind of steps. For myself, the yellow seems to be sufficient. So unless I'm having a really bad under eye baggy day, or if I have something really in particular that I'm trying to cover up, then the yellow seems to be sufficient. And since I know I'm going to be putting my foundation on top, sometimes I won't even rub it in all the way. I do also like to kind of get it in this area here because I have, if you can see well, like it does hold shadow in here for me. So I kind of just smoosh it in. Okay, trying to make it as clear as possible. Already I feel though much brighter with just that one step. Some people do this and they don't even put their foundation on afterwards, which absolutely you can do. You can really tell the difference in my nose. Like my nose looks very red compared to the rest of my face here. So I'm just gonna look into the mirror for a second. Make sure it's properly smooshed. Yeah, and I had just a little red spot here, so I was color correcting that area as well. Okay, so that. Next on my journey, I love to use my Coola BB cream with the SPF built in. That was one of my things in the past year or so that I really wanted to make sure that I was staying on top of my SPF because it does make such a big difference, and it's really like one of the only proven things that will help reduce the signs of aging is using SPF. So I put a little bit on my fingers with clean hands, keep in mind. So I'll make sure I'm wearing under the eye area as well. One thing I've always told glasses wearers is that they have to be really top of mind with their SPF, because the sun is being magnetized right under your eyes. So as soon as I got glasses, that was something that I always thought about for myself too. And even though I'm just, walking to the car, not really getting much sun, it does make a big difference to wear your SPF every day, because all of that time adds up. Okay, so there. I'm going to do another pump for the bottom of my face. There we go. That also helps to smooth out some of the color corrector as well. Keep in mind, right now I don't have my glasses, and my biggest thing that I can't see without my glasses is technology. So I hope I'm perfectly in focus here. So I apologize if I'm a little fuzzy, because I'm a little fuzzy to myself right now. So after that, before I put on my foundation, I know everybody's a little bit different, but I like to put on my eyeshadow first, because sometimes I'm just a little bit messy with it, and then I can just wipe it off and then finish with my foundation and all the other steps from there. So I'm going to take my fluffy foundation brush, and I'm using some of the really beautiful colors from Fit Glow Beauty, their new palettes. That's better. This one is vanilla, so I'm going to use this as the highlight color. And these are the multi-use eyeshadow and blushes. So this can be used as an eyeshadow, but it can also be used as your highlighter for the face. So I'm going to use, this brush should be sufficient. Okay. So I'm going to use this highlight color in the inner corner here. And a classic Vic full eyeshadow is always 3 colors, your light, medium, and your dark. So I'm starting with my light, and because often I'll use one brush at home, so then I just continue with the same brush. I feel like that one's not, technically that one is not an eyeshadow brush, so I'm going to switch over to this one here, which is just a bit fluffier. There we go, that's packing on the color better. So the inner corner, and you can certainly do under the brow as well to help the light hit. I'm always sure to get near the lash line as well. I just feel like I like to keep it simple and easy, and I don't want to do a lot of work when I'm putting on my makeup, but I still want it to look really nice. So this for me is something that is simple and easy. And keep in mind, everyone's eyelids are different. Melissa, our esthetician, she has more hooded eyes. So if you're more like Melissa with more hooded eyes, the tips that she is often showing in her videos would be more ideal for you. Sorry, with my dry skin here, I can see a little bit of it. And that's not nice looking. So just always, if you see videos online of, different eyeshadow applications that you like, try them and see if they work for you. And if they don't work for you, don't be discouraged, because everybody's eyes and face shape are so different. So it might take a bit of trial and error for you to get to the one that's going to best suit you. So don't be discouraged if things don't work out for you on the first go. So that is our vanilla. Sometimes I would even put a little bit more on, I feel like, but we're gonna go with that for now. And then my mid color is the beautiful violet taupe from Fit Glow Beauty. And it really is perfectly described as is. It is a violet taupe. And I tried to keep it a bit more neutral opposed to having a really poppy color as my mid color, but sometimes I like to even use like a deeper red blush color as my eyeshadow. Hopefully you can start seeing this taking more shape here. I feel like I can. I hope you can too. That looks like it's taking more shape, yes. So this one so for the first color, I put in the interior corner and under the brow. This color here, I'm now doing from the middle panel, kind of blending it into the first color that I did to the exterior panel. Because I also know that I'm going to be putting the darkest color in the exterior panel as well. So I'm not super concerned with my cleanliness, so to speak. There's some color going on, it's happening, it's coming together. And then for my darkest color here, I chose the mulberry brown. And again, this would make a beautiful bronzer color as well. I feel like the lighting right now, it's just the sunlight that I'm using is not exactly, I mean, I'm always pretty washed out, but it's not the most flattering. If I were super well versed with using a bronzer, that was something I would want to do right now, especially being on camera. You always have to wear about 30% more makeup to make it look natural. So that's something you have to keep in mind also when you're watching these videos online, is they're using a lot more makeup than you would use in real life because they're trying to balance that out. So again, don't be discouraged. And then this darker color, I'm really kind of packing in to the crease here, only, you know, with a third of the way, and just blending it in. That's why I like this big fluffy brush. And then closer to the lash line as well. And then as I'm applying it, you can see it's kind of drooping downwards. You definitely want to make sure that you're not drooping downwards. You want everything to go upwards. So just as the remnants kinds of falls off, you just have to lift it up. And then for this guy, same thing. And really, that could be the end of it, and I could put on my mascara after that. But in order to make it a bit more dynamic looking and to make my lashes look bigger, I really do like to use a liquid liner. For me, I've always had issues with pencil liner. They have just never ever stayed on my face for some reason. Even in the conventional world, I always had that problem. It would just not stay on, and by the end of the day it was just gone. So that is why I've switched to a liquid liner, even though it's a bit trickier to work with, and something I will probably do off camera because I really need to concentrate and be focused in the mirror so I won't be looking at you. But I will kind of attempt to give you a demonstration of how I do it, although I do like to make sure that my hand is very steady, which normally at home I'm propping my elbow up against the mirror and then really doing my nice line to make it go straight. So it's a bit of a production, and over time, you know, then you'll get more confident. But for these purposes, I will most likely just turn to my mirror and do it without you having to see that awkwardness. So I'm just gonna get in here for a quick second so I can see exactly it is what I'm doing. Okay, so there's some dimension going on. You can see from the light to the mid to the dark. And this is, you know, didn't take very long at all. It took about 5 minutes. So really just having 3 colors that you can wear together. And again, the violet taupe I can wear as a blush. The mulberry brown I could wear as a bronzer. So just, and actually the vanilla, or yes, this is the vanilla, I could wear as a highlighter. So you're getting all these uses out of these products and a pretty seamless look altogether, which is quite nice. So before I use these, well, not this one, because like I said, with the bronzer, not too good, but the highlighter and the blush, I will attempt. I am gonna put on my liquid liner first, and then my foundation, and then my mascara afterwards. So I'm using the 100% pure liquid liner, and it's got a nice long brush with amazing stay power. My only trick with this one is, because if it gets in my lashes, it makes it more difficult for me to put on my mascara. So I will actually like hold my lashes down and put a line like that. So I'm gonna take a quick second to do it better, and then I will come back. Okay, liquid liner is applied, and you can see already the definition that it gives. That's so much better to the lash line before I even put on mascara. So I do want to give that an extra second to dry. And extra tip that just happened accidentally, if you make a little mistake, as I have a dot here, I'm going to let it totally dry first, and then I'm going to use a partially wet Q-tip, and I'm going to take that right off, and then it's going to have no issues whatsoever. So I'm leaving that for now, and then I will come back to that later. Another thing I also wanted to mention is with pencil liner, if you're having a lot of issues with it moving because your eyes are more hooded, a setting powder might just be the answer for you, which would make life really easy. You would use your setting powder and press it right into place. Because I have the liquid liner on, I don't want to do that, but you can do that for your concealer. How you would do exactly for your face and concealer, you would do for your liner as well. And that will help to keep it in place and not move on you for the whole day, which is a really nice thing, because then you're not having to constantly worry about like, is it in the right place? Is it moving it around? No thinking. So next, oh, I don't have my foundation brush. Okay, one more pause. There we go. Okay, so I meant to bring my foundation brush from home, and I forgot. So I'm grabbing the one from Fit Glow Beauty, and I use the Alicia foundation from Sappho. I'm going for a more light medium coverage. So I've already got my concealer and I've already got my SPF on, so I don't need a full coverage foundation on top of that. So I literally pump mine right onto the brush, and then I stipple it around the face. Again, under eyes is a big one, so I'm sticking it there, here, a little bit there, and then I'm just gonna buff it out. And see, if I put my foundation on first, or my mascara on first, this would be a messy situation. So that is why I save my mascara until last. So I'm literally just doing little circles. Just want to get it up in there, around my nose. Like I said, I carry a lot of darkness around here. Ta-da! Now I'm looking super even, which is lovely. Okay, again, hoping I'm in focus. So much more even now that I've got the final foundation step on for the face, so to speak. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get a little crazy and add some blush and highlighter. So I've got the beautiful Fit Glow blush and highlighter brush, and I'm going to go back in and use my mid shade of the vanilla, or the violet taupe, and use the fluffier end. I'm going to get crazy. I'm just gonna start with a little and then build up, because it's always easy to take away. Sorry, you can even see some redness on my face there, just because I touched it. So I'm going to add this onto my cheekbones, not the top of my cheekbones, but again, I'm hoping you can see this effort that I'm putting in, even though the sunlight can be slightly unforgiving. I feel like that's coming out on screen. Hopefully you can see. It's just a really beautiful neutral color, this one actually on me. So it's very, I just went for a walk outside and I'm just slightly flushed, so natural looking. I didn't do any work at all. And then I'm going to add with the other end here some of my vanilla, the color that I used for the interior. Just gonna do a little C-shape, top of the cheekbone up in here, especially with the mask on and need a little extra going on. There we go. There are other places that you can use your highlighter as well. Nose, top of the lip, but again, I'm going to be putting my mask on for the whole day, so that's not something that, you know, I'm not doing a full crazy face today. So I've got those two extra things. Some people would go even a little bit more, but since that's kind of out of my wheelhouse, this is a lot for me. So again, I hope it's coming across. So I still have left to do my mascara. I'm going to do some brow gel, and I'm going to do some lips, just really basic lips. So I'm going to start with my mascara. I use the Sappho New Paradigm mascara. This one has a really funky silicone brush. Oh, that's hard to see. There we go. And it really grabs onto the lashes and separates and lengthens them. So I'm gonna just take an extra second to do that. But you can already see it happening here. And I like to really take my time with my mascara and kind of go a 180, so they're spread out in every direction. So I'm gonna take an extra second to do the other eye off camera. And then I always do a second coat as well. So this is just with one coat, you can really see the difference. So that I find is pretty telling. But keep in mind the directionality of your lashes when you're applying, because I find that makes such a big difference. Okay, pause, other eye's gonna be done. And voila, both eyes done. So now that my mascara is done, I'm going to tame these bad boys. So if you've got any wily hairs, make sure that you instead either trim them or use a brow gel. So I'm going to use the Brow Luxe, there we go, Brow Luxe Clear Brow Gel. And it's got a little spoolie one like this, but since this one is not my own, I'm going to use our disposable spoolies. Get that in there, get it nice and covered. And then I'm just gonna comb it through. Most people will also be filling in their brows. That's never really been something that I have done. Since my eyebrows are black and my hair is technically not, it is brown, they already stand out quite a bit. I mean, I could, there's some areas that are certainly more sparse now, but I don't think I'm fully there yet. If Melissa were to do it, she would probably do a perfect job, but I am not at perfect yet. So I'm going to stick with my clear brow gel. Actually feels nice and cooling, but it definitely feels like they are more in place. They almost look a bit more glowy, so to speak. I kind of like it. So that is an easy step for those guys. And then lastly, just so my lips aren't so bare, I'm going to add some lip gloss and I'm going to use a lip liner. So I'm going to use the Buff color from Fit Glow Beauty, and I'm going to line and cover the lips. So I am going to fill it in. So this one's a nice natural, again, look. It's just going to amp up. You can see the difference. My lip gloss to give it a little bit extra zhuzh and to help it stay in place better all day. So my top lip is so small, so give me a second to fill that in the mirror and make it look like something. Okay, I've got lips now. And one of the little secrets is to line a bit to the exterior of the lip line to give that extra lip that doesn't really exist. So something I take advantage of with my no lip. And then I'm going to use Fit Glow Beauty's Bliss Lip Serum. And this one has a bit of sheen to it. So it's technically, you know, clear with a bit of sheen, but since I put the lip liner underneath, it kind of creates a new color, which I like. And again, makes it seem like I have some lips. Yeah, I haven't tried it with the buff color before, but I have to say I am a big fan. So hopefully, there you go. Just to get in really close there so you can see all the beautiful work that I've done, I feel like fairly quickly, with these beautifully slicked brows. Ooh, they don't feel crunchy, but I mean, I can feel that there's something in them to help keep them in place, which is kind of neat. So I know they're gonna not be wily all day. That's kind of a nice thing not to have to think about, because sometimes they are quite wily. So I hope you kind of enjoyed getting to see me do my makeup in a bit more classic Vic, fuller face, so to speak, lips included. And I did promise you a way to save money. So now that you stuck through the making of this, if you have a topic for any future video, a question that you would like answered, or any just comment or suggestion, please feel free to write in the comments below. And if we choose your question topic for a future video, then you will win yourself a $25 gift card. And this is applicable to anyone in Canada, US, except for Quebec. Sorry, guys. And there's so many things to know and to be seen. Please, you know, call upon our expertise. That is what we are here for. Our esthetician also is going to be, you know, here all the time. So she's got so much knowledge. You could even book in a virtual appointment with her or an in-store personal shopping appointment with her, and she can also answer all of your very, very, very specific questions. But anything we will attempt to answer for you here in a video. And I hope this kind of gave you a little bit of knowledge into the inner workings of our mind here. Now I can see you. I can see you better now. And I hope you have a fabulous day, and we will, I'm sure, speak again soon. Sorry, this video was longer than normal, but with adding all the makeup on, that does take some time. So I appreciate your patience, and I look forward to when we can do this again. Thanks so much, guys.